Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So we are in a super situation here. The inventory is dropping and there's no end in sight on this and it's crazy out there. So let's look at the numbers. So in Georgetown this week, we had 13 properties sell, which is a low number, but the issue is there's literally nothing to buy. So we can't have high weeks of sales when there's nothing for people to buy, and that's exactly the situation we're in right now. All 13 of them sold over asking. It's crazy out there. There were only 11 new listings in Georgetown this week, so that means inventory is going to be down. In Acton this week, we had 3 properties sell, 4 new listings there. In Glen Williams this week, we had 1 sale. It was over asking and there was no new listings. Limehouse had no sales and no new listings. The rural market had 1 sale and 3 new listings. So now looking at active inventory, this is definitely the story. So we had 42 active listings this week. We are down to only 40. Our lowest number this year was 39. I sold one of my listings last night, so we are going to be down to 39 active listings. So basically, we are for sure sitting at the lowest inventory we've seen all year. So in Georgetown this week, yikes, we are down to only 14 active listings from 16. The lowest number I recall ever seeing was 11 active listings, and we are really pushing that. There was a few properties, including the one I just spoke about, that had offer nights last night and have sold. And so we are in a serious predicament in terms of inventory. Looking at our price points, under 700,000 has 1 active listing. 1. 7 to 800,000, none. There's just nothing available there. 800 to $1 million has 3 active listings. Again, the listing I'm talking about was in that price point, and so that is just continuing to drop. And $1 million plus is at 10 active listings. These numbers, they technically can get worse, but this is really bad for buyers. On that listing I talked about, we had almost 50 showings in 3.5 days. And so there are, when you think about it that way, 45 to 50 people that want a detached house basically under $1 million in Georgetown. People are talking about the market changing. When you look at those numbers, we are so far from satisfying that inventory and so far from the number of listings coming to the market that is needed to fulfill those buyers. The market is not changing. I think anyone that thinks it is absolutely nuts. This is the worst we've seen, and I think it's only going to continue to get worse through to the spring because we're coming up to the slow listing months. Like November, December, January, those are our slowest months in terms of new listings. And so this is not going to get better. Our market is not getting better. Prices are going to continue to rise and bidding wars are going to continue to be the story for buyers, unfortunately. In Acton this week, sorry, that was a bit of a rant. In Acton this week, we have the same 7 active listings. We had 1 terminate. So inventory remained the same there at 7 active listings. Glen Williams is down to 1 active listing and it's sold conditional, so you technically can't buy anything there. Limehouse has no active listings and the rural market is up slightly to 18 active listings. So the story continues to remain the same. I feel like a broken record, but seriously, if you have a house to sell, now could be the best time ever. I've had varying price points in terms of listings lately, and the volume of buyers is outrageous. And there's just not enough for them to see, not enough for them to bid on. And so we're going to remain in this, I think, low inventory pocket for months. So anyone that is thinking of cashing out, now is a great time to be considering that because we are definitely getting some serious premiums on properties based on previous comparable sales. The prices are continuing to jump. So I'm going to continue to watch this, but unfortunately, I think I'm going to be coming back next week with worse news about the inventory. And I think we may next week hit our lowest number of the year. So I will be back next Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone.